Douglas, Arnaldo, Justin, Dave, and Scott. Orange and white, yellow wheels, my number 1. My green and white with yellow wheels. Had to go and mess with me. 1 yellow wheel in the front, 1 in the back. Opposite sides. Arnaldo in the number 2. There we go. Scott back up in the number 3. Then we got Dave and Justin.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes left to go. Douglas still holding 26.509 with that fast lap, 11.72. Arnaldo 24.505. Scott 23.501. Dave 503 and Justin 510. Woo! Little pucker up there, I'm sure. .220 left to go. Scott now up on a 24-lap pace behind Arnaldo. Douglas 25.507, Arnaldo 24.504, Scott 5.11. Dave coming in on the 23.506, Justin 5.11.
2 minutes left.
Once again, orange and white, yellow wheels is my number 1. Green and white is my 2. Blue and white is my 3.
One minute left.
There we go. 60-second call for race 2. Please be ready. And now we got Douglas on the top, 25.506, 11.70 fast lap. Arnaldo 24.504, Scott 5.10, Dave 23.507, and Justin 23.513. Douglas, Arnaldo, Scott, Dave, and Justin.
Car 3 is done.
Scott, you are
Car
done.
1 is
Douglas
done.
is done.
Car
Arnaldo,
5 is done.
Justin, 1 car left live, guys. Only 1 car's live.
Car
And there
6
it
is
is.
done.
Douglas taking it 25.505 with the fast lap overall, 11.70. Arnaldo came in 24.504. Scott 23.501. Dave 504. And Justin 22.502. Race 2, Chris, Brett, Ben, Shane, and Rui. Guys, I'm going to stop track for a minute. Crossover is definitely closed. All right, everyone's over the loop. I'm going to close off the straight. Let's get you lined up. It is Chris, Brett, Ben, Shane, and Rui. Rob almost beat you that one, Douglas. Once again, Chris, Brett, Ben, Shane, and Rui. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Chris on the tone. Brett, Ben, Shane, Rui. Hot lap going to Brett, 1272. Everyone in with 3 laps. Gonna call it out on the 4th. It's either Shane or
4
Chris.
minutes left.
Chris is through with his 4th. Here comes Shane. Chris, 22.508. Shane, 509. Rui, 21.5 flat. Brett, 502. And Ben, 514. Watch the roller, guys. Clear. Fast lap going to Brett. That 1272. Rui now bumps up to the top spot. Is Rui, Shane, Brett, Chris, and Ben. 3:20 left to go.
3 minutes left.
Rui at the top on the 22, 5:05. Chris right there with him, 5:05. Shane, 5:08. Brett, 5:12. And then Ben on the 21, 5:11. Chris now holding fast lap, 12:45. It's the green buggy, yellow wheels is my 1. Yellow and blue with yellow wheels is my 2. Chris now at the top on the 23 lap pace, 23, 5:12. Rui holding 22, 5:05. Brett, 5:06. Shane, 5:12. Ben on the 20, 5:01. Chris, Rui, Shane, Brett, and Ben. Minute 15 left to go. Chris holding now 23, 5:08. Rui 22, 5:07. Shane right behind him, 5:10. And Brett, 5:13. Ben on the 21,
1 minute
5:11.
left.
Watch the ice, guys. Fifteen seconds left to go.
Car 2 is
Brett,
done.
you are
Car
done.
1 is
Chris
done.
is done.
Car 3
Ben,
is done. Car 4
Shane,
is
Rui
done.
is still live. Rui is still live. There it
Car
is.
5
Chris
is
is going to
done.
take that one, 23, 5:05 with the fastest lap overall, 12:45. Rui came in 22, 5:03. Brett, 21, 5 flat. Shane, 5:01. And Ben on the 25:02. All right, guys, going to close the straight. Let's get you guys lined up. Phil's going to start us off out front. It's Phil, Brandon, Darcy, Ethan, and Andy. All you have to do is come out and marshal for short course. I guarantee you that will happen. Someone get my techno ready, please. Phil, Brandon, Darcy, Ethan, and Andy. That is our lineup. Little close to the loop. It should be okay. It's not tripping you right now. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Phil on the tone. Brandon. Darcy. Ethan. Andy. Hot lap going to, was Phil originally? No, Andy, 13:30.
Four minutes left.
Hey, Tim, sit down and relax. Don't go darting out onto the track. You step foot on the track and I have to disqualify your son. All right, we got Andy up there, 24.506, holding fast lap 11.73. That is the green buggy, yellow wheels. You see him coming up on you, give him some room. Oh, my God. I'm just going to wait before I call out the rest of it there. All right, so Andy on the top, 24.507. Phil on the 22.509. Darcy right behind him, 5.11. And Brandon on the 25.06. Ethan is back out good on the 15, 5.18.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes left to go. .220 left on the clock. Andy at the top, 24.5 flat, almost on that 25 lap pace. His fast lap, 11.65. Phil on the 22.510. Darcy on the 21.507. Brandon on the 20, and Ethan on the 15. Green and white
left.
buggy is now on a 25 lap pace. Catches up to you, give him some room, guys. Douglas's TQ's 25.505. Got a minute 45 left to go. Andy's currently 25.510. Minute 25 left. Andy slowly breaking it down here. 25.509. That is the green buggy, yellow wheels. Green buggy, yellow wheels, guys.
One minute left.
60 seconds left to go. It's Andy, Phil, Darcy, Brandon, and Ethan. 5 seconds left to go. All right, there's the tone, guys.
Car 3 is done.
Brandon, you are done. Phil is done.
Car 4 is done.
Darcy's done.
Car 6
And
is
that's
done.
it. Andy taking that one 24.506 with the fast lap 11.65. Phil came in 21.505. Brandon 20.501. Darcy 5.09. And Ethan on the 16. Cars on charge come out to Marshall. Short course. Douglas, Tim, Ben, and Rob. Right after this race, guys, we're going to go right into round 2, race 1. So you drivers need to be ready. Round 2, race 1, right after this race. Hey, Phil. I know you want to take a couple photos. I'll let you take a couple photos, but then can I get you to move to the 6th spot? Thanks. If you want to take a few photos, I'll get these guys to keep jumping if that's what you want to do. I'm still waiting, so. Guys, straight is closed. Ethan is coming down the straight. Straight is closed. You just trying to set it up a little bit better? Go ahead, guys. You can keep running. I just wanted Ethan to make it down there safely. Is it good, Rob? Or? Yeah, I was waiting for you to be good. Is it good? Okay. No big deal. Like, that's why I told them they can keep running. I didn't know if you need to do a slipper adjustment or whatever you're doing, so I thought, whatever. Okay, let's get them lined up. Douglas, Tim, Ben, and Rob. Once again, guys, we are going right into round 2 after this race. Drivers ready. Douglas on the tone. Tim. Ben. Rob. Don't hit your brakes in the air. You're learning. Stay on the throttle. Hot lap going to Douglas, 13:02. Watch after the big table. Good.
Four minutes left.
All right, I got Douglas on the 22, 5:02, holding fast lap right now, 13:02. Rob on the 21, 5:01. Ben on the 17, 5:06, and Tim on the 16.
3 minutes left.
.225 left on the clock. Douglas, Rob, Ben, and Tim. Douglas 23, 5:05 with a fast lap, 12:42. Rob coming in 21, 5:13. Ben on the 17, 5:06 with Tim 5:07 right behind him. Don't let him pass, Rob.
2 minutes left.
That's all right, Rob. You'll get him on the next round when he comes around you. It's Douglas, Rob, Ben, and Tim. James is at home right now saying, damn, I could have been in there running my short course.
One minute left.
There we go. 1 minute left. Douglas at the top, 23, 5:03. Rob, 21, 5:06. Ben, 17, 5 flat. Oh, wait a minute. Tim moved into the number 3 spot, 18, 5:16, with Ben 17, 5:02. So it's Douglas, Rob, Tim, and Ben.
Car 1 is done.
Douglas, you are
Car
done.
3 is done.
Ben is done.
Car 5 is done.
Rob, Tim is still live. There it is. Douglas taking that one 23.501 with the fast lap overall, 12.42. Rob came in 21.504. Tim 18.518 and Ben 17.5 flat. I will need 2 or 3 volunteer marshals for this race. Going right into round 2, race 1. Where'd Ben go? You're marshaling for Ben? All right, I still need a couple volunteers. All my drivers are in, well, except for Dave. Dave! You're good. You're off the track. You're off the track. I'm looking for volunteers. You're going to, yeah, all right, perfect. I'm still looking for another marshal here, guys. Thank you, Andy. Sure. We'll see if Tyler can handle that spot himself. Dave, you making it out for this one? If you want to take the number 2 spot there, sure. Your back hurts, so you have to sit for this one. How old are you? All right, so lineup is Douglas, Arnaldo, Scott, Dave, and Justin. Douglas on the tone. Arnaldo. Scott. Dave. Justin. So Douglas holding TQ after round 1, 25-505. All right, Douglas with the hot lap, 12:32. All right, calling it out on Douglas, 25-506. Dave, 24-510. Scott, 24-511. Arnaldo, 23-506. And Justin, 23-508. Douglas is now on TQ with a 25-504 and 11.86 fast lap. Scott now in that number 2 spot. And then we got Arnaldo, Dave, and Justin. Scott and Arnaldo both on the 24. Scott 24-508. Arnaldo 512. Justin moves into the number 4 spot, 23-504 with Dave in 5th, 22-507. So it's Douglas, Scott, Arnaldo, Justin, and Dave. Douglas's fast lap 11.81. Make that 11.75 as he hits the loop. He's 25-501. Looks like he's going to get up on the 26.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes left to go. 2:20 left to go. It's Douglas. 25.5 flat right now with 11.75 fast lap. Arnaldo in the number 2 spot, 24.505. Scott 507. We got Justin on the 23.501 with Dave 509.
2 minutes left.
Brake check. Double brake check. Watch doubles in the rhythm, guys. Stay tight. Minute 30 left to go. Douglas hasn't made it up to the 26, so he's so close holding on this 25.5 flat, 11.75 fast lap. Scott sitting now in that number 2 spot, 24.506. Arnaldo 507. We got Justin 23.506 with Dave 508. Sorry, Douglas. His back sore. He couldn't move very quickly.
1 minute left.
.40 seconds left to go. You weren't supposed to let him by Arnaldo. Douglas, Scott, Arnaldo. Actually, Douglas, Arnaldo, Scott, Justin, and Dave. Douglas put down another fast lap, 11.70. Currently sitting 25.506. Arnaldo, 24.509. Scott, 5.10. Dave moves into number 4 now, 23.505. Justin, 5.05. There's the tone. Douglas, you are done. Arnaldo.
Car 6 is done.
Dave, 2 cars still alive.
Car 5 is
Justin and
Car
Scott.
3 is
So
done.
Douglas taking it 25.505 with the 11.70 fast lap. Arnaldo 24.507. Scott 5.12. Dave 23.504.6. Justin 504.9. I do have a pile of paperwork here if anyone wants it. We got Chris, Rui, Brett, Shane, and Ben.
Straight's closed, everyone. Straight's closed. All right, gentlemen. Get your lineup on your course. Chris, Rui, Brett, Shane, and Ben. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Chris on the tone. Rory. Brett. Shane. And Ben.
Now you're going to wait till they all show their first lap so that way you can get the hot lap.
Okay. Alright.
So right now, Chris got
Chris with a hot lap 1278. Rory with the
4 minutes left.
Chris on my screen, 24502. And Shane with the 22505. Brett with the 22506. Rory with the 22510. Ben with the 255. .320 on the clock, everyone.
Three minutes left.
All right. Running our racers. Chris with the first position, taking it with the 12:05:01. Brett with the. Okay, Chris with first, Brett second, Shane in third. Oh, Ben is in third. Shane on fourth, and Rui in fifth.
Two minutes left.
2 minutes left on the clock, everyone. On my screen, Chris on first place with a 12:72:03. Brett in second, taking it 14:528. Shane in third, Louis in fourth, and Ben in fifth.
One minute left.
1 minute left on the clock, everyone. Less than 60 seconds. Chris in first, Brett in second, Shane in third, Rui in fourth, and Ben in fifth. Okay, fast lap goes to Chris with the 12:06:09, pace 24:5:04. 10 seconds left on the clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, everyone. That race is over.
Car 1 is done.
Chris is done. Brett is done.
Pink buggy's still alive. Okay.
Car 5 is done.
Rui's done.
2 cars live, guys.
Car 3 is done.
Ben
Car 4 is
and
done.
Shane. That's it, everyone. Race is over. Chris on my clock with the fast lap 1260, 360. Brett taking his second fast lap. And Rui with third. Ben in fourth and Shane in fifth.
All right, thank you, Ethan, for announcing that one for me. So Chris took first place in that one, 24.504. Brett came in 22.502. Rui 21.512. Ben right behind him 5.14, and Shane 5.16. Fastest lap overall going to Chris 12.36. Race 3 is now out. Andy, Phil, Brandon, Darcy, and Ethan. There you go, Ethan. Thank you. So this is race 3. We're going to do race 4 after this, which is short course. And then we're going to take a short break. All right, guys, straight is now closed. Straight is closed. Let's get them lined up. Andy, Phil, Brandon, Darcy, and Ethan. Drivers ready? All right, Andy on the tone. Phil, Brandon, Darcy, Ethan. Remember, guys, if you got faster cars coming up on you, please give them some room. Losing wheels in the straight, guys. It's Brandon car out. Hot lap going to Phil, 1377. It's the black with the yellow stripes. Good job, Ethan. All right, I got Andy out there, 23.507. Phil on the 22.506. Darcy on the 21.504. And Ethan on the 19. Fast lap going to Andy, 11.69. So green buggy, yellow wheels. My leader out there right now. Well above the rest of the pack. There will be a resort after this also. Once again, Andy at the top on the 23.505. Holden fast lap 11.69. Phil 21.510. Darcy on the 20 and Ethan on the 18.
3 minutes left.
And 3 minutes left to go. Andy running 24.509. Phil 21.501. Darcy 21.513. And Ethan on the 17.510. Marshall in the center.
Two minutes left.
Minute 30 left to go. Andy 24.503. Phil 22.512. Darcy 21.513. And Ethan on the 17. Andy holding fast lap 11.65.
One minute left.
60 seconds left to go. Four-wheel short course up next. It's Andy, Phil, Darcy, and Ethan. Watch your roller. Clear. Andy now up on the 25. Fast lap 11.54. If he catches up to you guys, please give him a little room. It's 25.510 right now. Ethan, watch your back there. Perfect. Thank you. $20 seconds left to go. Andy on that 25, Phil on the 21.507, Darcy 511, Ethan on the 17, Andy 25.509. There's the tone. Watch it, Ethan. Good. Perfect.
Car 6
Andy,
is done.
you are done. Oh, let him go. Hit the loop. It's all right. It's your last lap. Go over the loop. Go over the loop. Good.
Car 2
Phil's
is
done.
Car 5 is
Ethan's done. And
Car
Darcy's
4
done.
is
There
done.
it is. Andy taking that one 25.508 with the 11.54 fast lap. Darcy took second, 21.512. Phil 5.13 and Ethan 17.506. Short course now out. Turn your car off and out to Marshall. Be pro announcer, pro driver, and pro marshaller. Sure it does. Drives like a boat out of water on a trailer behind a truck. Is Ethan down there in the corner already? Ethan! Number 5 spot, please, on the line. Okay, quick. All right, let's get them lined up, guys. Douglas, Rob, Tim, and Ben. Watch, straight is closed. Straight is closed. Once again, Douglas, Rob, Tim, and Ben. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Our driver's ready? Everyone on the tone. Keep it interesting. It's short course. Why not? If you take Douglas out, I'll give you a lap. That one doesn't count. Douglas with a hot lap, 13:13. Well, Douglas or Andy. All right, I'm going to be calling it out on Douglas. 23:5:10 right now, holding fast lap.
4 minutes left.
12:85. Oh. Rob, 19:5:02. Tim on the 18:5:02 and Ben on the 18:5:14. Don't let him pass, Rui. Man, you guys don't know how to drive short course trucks. I'm going to have to come out and show you. It's Douglas, Rob, Tim, and Ben. I don't know, Rui. I think short course is
3 minutes
it's
left.
right up your alley. You're driving that thing pretty good. Douglas on the top, 23:5:04. Rui in the number 2 on the 25:13. Tim on the 19 and Ben on the 17. .225 left to go.
Two minutes left.
That's it. Nice. Tim is getting a lap. I'm adding Tim a lap. There you go, Tim. Now that put you on a 20-lap pace with Rob. Do it again. You might be able to take TQ. Douglas was on TQ before Tim did that to him, by the way. It's Douglas, Rob, Tim, and Ben. Douglas, 23:5:06 with a fast lap, 12:42 right now. Rob is on the 25:05. Tim, 25:14. And Ben on the 17.
1 minute left.
Here you go, Tim. Here's your chance to make another lap. Quick, quick, quick. You can still do it. Oh. For the people at home watching, yes, I'm bad. Keeping it fun tonight. This is not serious short course racing. I would not give people laps for taking other guys out. Oh, looks like Douglas is toying with you now. There's only 20 seconds left. Oh, you're in trouble now, Tim. You don't even have to do anything, Douglas. Oh. Oh. Wow. Tone's gone off, guys, just to let you know. Oh.
Car 5 is
I got to
done.
give Douglas a lap. Don't hit the loop, Douglas.
Car 1
I'll
is
add you a
done.
lap anyways. You get a lap for that takeout move.
Car 2 is done.
Ben is still live. He's the only one live, even though Rui's taking him out. Douglas taking the win on that one, 22.509. Rob came in on 25.04. Tim, 19.515. And Ben on the 16. All right, guys, short break. I'm assuming Douglas is going home now? Yep. All right, so if you guys can see, obviously our short course is only 3 trucks, so I will need volunteers. full whack of volunteers. There it is up on the screen when we get back, say in about 8 minutes. Phil, Darcy, Ben, Brandon, and Ethan are up for race 1. Eight minutes. All right, guys, let's get going with race 1. Phil, Darcy, Ben, Brandon, and Ethan. Once again, I will need I need a full batch of marshals for this one. John, you got your short course truck here? This is third round qualifying, guys. Third round qualifying. Then we have mains after this. So once again, guys, I will need 5 of yous to marshal who are not running in this race. Well, it looks like we got another volunteer marshal. Yeah, I need a few actually. I have none actually. Still looking for a few more marshals, guys. I need a few more marshals. Thank you. I need at least one more. Number 5 spot, Dave. I'm going to let Scott work that corner by himself. Right on the line. You can catch them as they come over the crossover. Thank you. All right. All my drivers are over the loop. Let's get you guys lined up. Phil, Darcy, Ben, and Brandon. That is our lineup. Phil, Darcy, Ben, and Brandon. All right, drivers ready. Phil on the tone. Darcy. Ben. Brandon. All right, race 1 up and running. Ben had the hot lap of a 1360. Everyone now in with 3 laps, hitting the
4
loop here
minutes
for
left.
4. All right, I got Brandon, 22.502, holding fast lap, 13.13. Phil on the 21.507. Darcy, 21.514. And Ben on the 19.503. .315 left on the clock. Darcy now at the top, 22.512, holding fast lap, 13.07. Phil on the 21.513. Ben on the 25.01 and Brandon on the 25.02.
3 minutes left.
It's Darcy, Phil, Ben, and Brandon. .220 left on the clock. Darcy still at the top of the screen, 21.5 flat. Phil right behind him, 5.07. Ben, 5.09. Brandon on the 25.07.
2 minutes left.
Darcy putting up the hot lap now. Fast lap 12.99. Currently sitting at the top of the screen. 22.508. Puts down a 12.84. Phil on that number 2 spot. 21.504. Ben 5.06. Brandon on the 25 flat. Minute 25 left to go.
One minute left.
60-second call for race 2. It's Darcy, Ben, Phil, Brandon, everyone on the 21. Darcy 21.5 flat, Ben 5.01, Phil 5.07, Brandon 5.10. Fast lap right now being held by Darcy, 12.84. Ben now bumps up to the top. .25 seconds left to go. And it's now Darcy, Ben, Phil, and Brandon, everyone on the 21. There's the tone.
Car 2 is done.
Phil, you
Car
are
4
done.
is done.
Darcy's done.
Car 3 is
Ben
done.
is done. Brandon is still live, guys. Brandon is still live. All right, Darcy taking that one 21.502 and the fast lap overall 12.84. Ben came in 21.502.9. Phil 21.503 and Brandon 21.515. Race 2, Dave, Justin, Brett, Rui, and Shane. All right, all my drivers are in. Just looking for my marshals. See where they're waiting. All right, I am going to close the straight, guys. Straight is now closed. Straight is now closed. Marshall's coming out. Lineup is Dave, Justin, Brett, Rui, and Shane. Dave, Justin, Brett, Rui, and Shane. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Dave on the tone. Justin, Brett, Rui, Shane. Hot lap going to Brett, 12.97. Calling it out on Rui, 24.509. Dave, 5.12. Justin, 23.507. Shane, 5.07. And Brett on the 19. Fast lap overall going to Dave. Nope, make that Rui, 12.60. Light green buggy, yellow wheels. Rui, Justin, Dave, Shane, and Brett. 3:10 left on the clock. Dave Bailey now holding fast lap, 12:52. He's currently sitting in number 3 spot. Rui, the only one on the 24 right now, 24.509. Justin, 23.505. Dave, 5.12. Shane on the 22 and Brett on the 20. Watch out for the big table. Clear. driving the car good.
2 minutes left.
All right, with 2 minutes left, we got Rui at the top, 24.509. Justin on the 23.506. Dave on the 22.506. Shane, 22.508. And Brett on the 21.507. Dave still holding fast lap, 12.52. Rui, Justin, Dave, Shane, and Brett. Minute 15 left on the clock. Top two drivers now on the 23. Rui's 23.5 flat. Justin right behind him, 5.05. Dave holding 22.507. Shane 22.512. And Brett 21.510. Green buggy, yellow wheels, my one. Red buggy, white wheels is my two. Actually, no, Justin is now at the top. Red buggy, white wheels is my number one. 23.505 to Rui's 5.08. 35 seconds left. Now you're driving like Rui, Rob. Just joking. Oh. You're going to have to go have a talk with your driver after this, Rui.
Car 6 is done.
Dave, you are done. Justin done. Brett,
Car 1 is
Rui,
done.
Shane is still live. Shane is still live. Only one live, guys. Watch straight, Rui. All right,
Car 4 is
Justin
done.
taking that one, 23.505. Rui came in 22.502. Dave 22.503 with the fast lap overall, 12.41. Shane 22.513 and Brett 21.503. Andy, Arnaldo, Chris, and Scott. Currently the A-Main group. All right, all my drivers are in. Just need my marshals in. We are ready to go. Who are we missing here? Dave? Shane? No, Shane. There we go. All right, guys, let's get them lined up. Andy, Arnaldo, Chris, and Scott. Marshals ready. Drivers ready. Andy on the tone. Arnaldo. Chris. Scott. Arnaldo with the hot lap. 1260. All right, I got Andy on the top, 25, 507
4
right now,
minutes
holding
left.
fast lap 1167. Scott on the 24, 504. Arnaldo, 511. Chris on the 21, 505. .315 left on the clock. It's now Scott on the top, 24, 504. Andy, 505. Arnaldo, 511. And then Chris on the 22, 511. Fast lap going to Andy, 1167 as he bumps up to the
3
top.
minutes left.
Andy, Scott, Arnaldo, and Chris. 3 minutes left to go. And Andy, 24, 501. Scott, 502. Arnaldo, 510. Chris holding on the 22, 503.
Two minutes left.
2 minutes left to go. We got Scott on the top, 24, 502. Andy, 503. Arnaldo, 510. Chris now up on the 23, 508. Andy still holding fast lap, 1167. Minute 20 left to go. Short course up next.
One minute left.
1 minute left to go. Andy now at the top. Andy, 24, 501. I'm going to wait for him and Scott here to hit the loop. Andy, 24, 5 flat. Scott, 504. Arnaldo, 506. Chris, 23, 506. Fifteen seconds left to go.
Car 4 is done.
Arnaldo, you are done.
Car 6
Andy.
is done. Car 1 is
Chris
done.
and Scott.
Car 3
So
is
Andy
done.
taking that one 25, 510 with the fast lap overall, 1156. Scott came in 24, 504. Arnaldo 23, 5 flat. And Chris 23, 506. Rob, Tim, Ben, and John for a short course. My money is on John. He's the only one that has the Pro SC. That's a Pro class. Pro SC. See? That's the winner cert. No one else's truck says Pro on it. Where's my other Pro Marshals from last race? Chris? And Arnaldo. Do one at the RPM and one on the number 5. All right, guys, let's get them lined up. It is Rob, Tim, Ben, and John. Rob on the tone. Tim. Ben. And John. Hot lap going the Rob, 15:07. Geez, Rob, I think you and Rui should just change vehicles and classes altogether. Look at that ugliness. That's nice.
4 minutes left.
Yes, I was. All right, we got Rob on the top, 21.510, holding fast lap, 14:49. John on the 19.504, Tim on the 17.503, and Ben on the 16.504. So the only one that doesn't have a sponsored driver in this race is Ben. Rob, he's got Rui. Tim's got Ethan. Oh, is he your sponsored driver? Oh,
3
okay.
minutes left.
John is mine. Okay. .245 left on the clock. It is still Rob, John, Ben, and Tim. Rob on the 21.508 with that fast lap 14.28. John on the 18.5 flat. Tim on the 17.516 and Ben on the 16.502.
Two minutes left.
Two minutes left to go. Still Rob, John, Tim, and Ben. Rob on the 21.509. John on the 19.509. Ben on the 16.503. Tim on the 16.506. Stay on the gas, Ethan, when you go over the jump. Stay on the gas. Stay on the gas here. That's it. Nice.
One minute left.
60 seconds left to go. Rui, you're doing an amazing job for Rob right now. 21.507. Holding fast lap 14.22. John on the 19.502. He's got, and then we got Ben 17.508 and Tim on the 16.506. This is getting close here. John's now 19.5 flat. Only 10 seconds left, though. Me too.
Car 5 is
Rob,
done.
you are done.
Car
John
6
is done. One truck left live. Just this way, Ethan. This way over the straight. Go right over the straight. Come on. Quick. No, do it now. Quick. Quick. Get the associate. Get him.
Car
Damn.
2 is done.
Missed. Boy, Rob, I haven't seen you move that fast in a while. Rob taking it 21.509 with the fast lap 14.22. John came in 19.5 flat. And Tim 15.520. Arnaldo. Shh, shh, everyone, shh. Are you leaving or are you staying? I can't hear. Leaving? Okay. That was 3. We're into the main. Sure you want to leave, Arnaldo? Starting in second. All right. I was just informed short course is no longer We just lost the class of racing. You guys were just way too aggressive on them. So we're going to take a short break, and there will be an A and B main, and that's it. Sure. Does anyone else want to go home? We just pack it in now. All right, so it does show a short course up here, but we won't be going that way. So race 1, we're going to do this in 5 minutes. Brett, Rui, Darcy, Ben, Phil, and Brandon. Marshalls, which is also my A-main group. Andy, Scott, Chris, Dave, and Justin. So really, there was only Rob left for short course class after all that. All right, guys, we're going to get going with the mains here. Brett, Rui, Darcy, Ben, Phil, and Brandon are up. Everyone else out to Marshall. A main drivers to Marshall. Okay, all my drivers are in. Are you marshaling that spot there, John? Yeah? All right. Let's line them up. On the orange lines, Brett, Rui, Darcy, Ben, Phil, Brandon. Rob, you're going to pull over to the bottom of the big table. On the takeoff side, yeah. Brett, no, pull up to the next line, Brett. There you go. Right on the orange lines. Perfect. So there we go. We got Brett, Rui, Darcy's on the third one already. Then we got Ben behind him. That one will go behind Ben. Ben, pull ahead. Oh, yeah, there you go. Now on the next line. Rolling back to the next line, and then the other buggy's right up against the wall. Yep, just like that. Okay, you can pull ahead a little bit, Rob. Now remember what you said. You're going to make this interesting. It's really a buggy under there. Looks like a short course truck, but it's a buggy. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Everyone on the tone. Look at that. I didn't even ask for follow the leader. Brett Rui went 1 and 2. Here comes Ben sneaking in number 3. Oh, he spins out. Ice is terrible. Look at that. Looks like Darcy made it into the number 3 spot. Rui now out front. And what's going on, Rob? Looks like the buggy guys are keeping it more interesting. Nice. Oh, there we go. That's the leader. Green buggy, yellow wheels. Well, it was. White buggy, white wheels is your number 1. Green buggy is your number 2. Obviously, I'm not the only one
4
that's
minutes
tired.
left.
Rui back out on the front spot. Brett chasing him hard. Nope, back to Brett. Back and forth. Rob in the short course truck in third. Rob, if you beat them, I'll put you in the A main. Brett and Rui battling it out 1 and 2, 1 minute down. We got 3:40 left on the clock. Rob sitting in number 3. Darcy and Phil chasing him. Looks like Phil's going to move to that number 3 spot. White buggy, white wheels, my number 1 out there. Rui in the number 2 now chasing him. Rui stuck on the pipe. White buggy, white wheels, leader, number 1. Let him go. Oh, I like that. You have the perfect ride height there, Brett. Just drive over the buggies. Green buggy, yellow wheels was your number 2. It is Brett, Rui, Phil, Darcy, Rob, Brandon, and Ben. That is our lineup right now. .235 left on the clock. Rui 6.5 seconds behind our leader. Green buggy, yellow wheels is our number 2. White buggy, white wheels are 1. Black buggy, yellow stripes is our 3. That is Phil out there. Wow, I don't know what's going on. Nope. Phil's out of this one now. Looks like Darcy taking over that number 3 spot. Darker blue buggy, white wheels in the front. That's my number 3.
2 minutes left.
Rui now 10 seconds behind the leader. White buggy. Darcy 5 seconds behind Rui, holding 3rd. Rob sitting in the number 4 spot. Ben in the 5. Brandon in the 6. Minute 40 left on the clock. Rob and Ben battling out between the 4 and 5. Rob 4 seconds behind Darcy. Ben actually 4 seconds behind Rob now. There's our leader getting out of shape. That might help Rui out a bit.
1 minute left.
There we go, 60 seconds left on the clock. Rui made up some time there, only 2.5 seconds behind Brett. He's coming for you. Just messing with him now. It's all over. Here comes Rui. He's coming. We're going to see a battle now between 1st and 2nd. Oh, he's catching you. He's catching you. 30 seconds. Can you hold him off for 30 seconds? Rui, 1.4 seconds behind Brett. White buggy's my number 1. Green and yellow wheels, 2. Oh, he flips over. Oh, Rui hits him. Battle right here. 15 seconds left on the clock. Rui now out front. This will be the final lap. It's Rui, Brett, Darcy. Sorry, Rob, Darcy. Then Ben and Brandon. Battle to the end. Clock's going off. There it is. Ugly as
Car
can
1
be,
is done.
but it worked. Rui took the win. Brett took
Car
2nd.
7 is
Rob
done.
took 3rd. Darcy 4th.
Car 6
Brandon
is
and Ben.
done. Car 3 is done.
That has got to be one of the most amazing races I've seen here at Hot Rods. Brett, you didn't win, but you got the fast lap. 12:82. Drop your cars and come out to Marshall and watch how it's supposed to be done. So I don't know what happened there, Rob. You were the only one that didn't make that interesting. I don't know what happened. Buggy guys definitely made it interesting. Okay, watch crossover, guys. Car upside down in front of the crossover. Marshall going to the crossover. Watch the crossover. Clear. All my drivers are checked in. Let you guys get another couple laps. Actually, I'm still waiting for Rui. Rui's changing batteries. He's taking his short course bumpers off. All right, we can close straight. You guys know where the orange lines are. Andy, Scott, Chris, Dave, Justin, and Rui. Rui's parked on the back wall. No line for him. Once again, Andy, Scott, Chris. Sure. That works. We'll keep it interesting. Again, this is not follow leader start. This is a go on the tone. Who am I missing for Marshall? Oh, okay. Yeah, we should be good. This is A main group. They're all good. They're fast. Sorry, Ben. Everyone on the tone. And the dreaded ice. There you go. Andy and Scott. Oh, look at that. Almost passed to the inside. Both with a fumble. No marshals needed. 1 and 2 staying tight together. Maybe not so much. Scott getting out of shape. Rui, our bump, currently sitting in third. Chris right behind him. We got Dave and Justin. Chris putting the pressure on Rui. Oh, tight on the pipe. Little too tight. Drops him right down to the back of the pack now. Green buggy, yellow wheels, my one. Blue and white hitting the loop here. 3.5 seconds behind is 2. That's Scott. Dave now battling Rui. Gets out in front slowly, but it worked. Dave is now my 3. Actually, no, Dave will be my 2 because Scott rolled over. Here we go. Dave in the number 2,
left.
Rui in the 3, Justin in the 4, Chris in the 5. Marshall. That's going to drop Chris now down to the back of the pack. So Andy out front on this one right now. Dave chasing in second. Rui in the number 3. And right behind him we have got Justin. 3:30 left on the clock. Dave currently 10 seconds behind the leader, almost a full lap down. Andy, Dave, Rui in the number 3 spot. He is
left.
4.5 seconds behind Dave. He's got to deal with Justin and Scott slowly closing this gap up on him. Justin now putting the pressure on Rui here. It's for 3rd and 4th together over the big tabletop. Scott in that number 5, only 2.5 seconds behind Justin. Chris in the 6. Justin keeping the pressure here on Rui. Nice pass to the inside. He isn't going to be able to hold it, though. There it is at the ice. Justin takes over 3rd. Puts Rui in the 4th. He's going to have to deal with Scott coming up on him now. He rolls over. Scott takes over the number 4 spot, pushes Rui to 5. Chris in the 6. 2:10 left on the clock. Andy, Dave, Justin, Scott, Rui, and Chris. Justin hitting the loop here. Let's see how far back
left.
Scott is. Scott 1.5 seconds behind. Trying to close the gap up, catch him. Dave holding the number 2, but a lap down from Andy now. Minute 40 left to go. So Andy a lap up on the whole field here. Dave in the number 2. Justin and Scott battling it out here for that number 3 spot. Justin holding them off so far. Minute 15 left to go. It's them over the crossover coming in the straight. The red and the blue and white coming up. Oh, there we go. Rui just getting past there.
One minute left.
Andy, Dave. Oh, our 3 and 4 get mixed up. They come out. Scott taking it on that one. 3rd. Justin now in 4th. And we got Chris in the 5, Rui in the 6. Scott flips over, goes back to Justin. 40 seconds left to go. Green, yellow wheels, my 1. Green and silver, my 2. Red, white wheels, 3. And blue and white is the 4. "20 seconds left on the clock. This will be the final lap. Everyone's still alive.
Car
There we
6
go.
is done.
Andy, you're done.
Car
Taking
2
it.
is done.
Dave taking 2nd. And Justin in 3rd.
Car 7 is done. Car 1 is done.
And that's it. So Andy taking the win on that one and the
Car 3
fastest
is
lap
done.
overall, 11:68. He had 25 laps. Dave, who was in 2nd, had 23. Everyone else down the line had 23. Dave in 2nd, Justin in 3rd, Chris in 4th, Scott in 5th, Rui in 6th.